Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Part 2 of the cross-country player profile for the Boardman Lady Spartans. Kenzie Riccatelli, a junior. We also have Kara, who's on the end. And we have Abby right in the middle there. So, ladies, thank you so much for stopping by. Great leadership out of that first group. Let's start with a young lady who you've known and you've seen on YSN a few times, and you probably heard her dad a time or two as well on the network. Kenzie Riccatelli. Kenz, how was this season for you?
Honestly, way better than I expected, at least for myself. Because coming into this, I don't see myself as a great runner or even a distance runner, because I'm a basketball player and I sprint and track. But coming into this and just seeing the three girls that were just on here, wanting to run good for them so that they can make it far and then we can make it far as a team. I always put them before I put myself, because if I were to run for myself, I don't think I would be doing as good as I am now. And like you said, their leadership is great and they make me want to do better. One
of the biggest things that everybody always talks about, no matter what sport you're playing, is your consistency. What is it about your game, your mindset, that you have to be consistent week in, week out, day in, day out?
Well, for me, it's just staying as close as I can to Morgan, because she's the next runner in front of me. So gotcha. The more and more I think to stay with her, she's always consistent or doing better than she was last time. So that pushes me to try to stay with her. Or if we're running against local competition and I know who I need to beat, that motivates me more to try to beat them. So it's just a different push each race. That
I love that you're kind of pulling out people that, drive you. You're a competitive young lady, one of the most competitive people I've ever met, maybe even a little bit more than your dad. What makes it so good to be competitive for you? What's that drive like?
I feel if anyone's not competitive, then they're just doing it just to do it. If I'm doing something, I want to win. I want to be good at it. I want to be the best. So that's my mindset for that.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever been competitive in?
I don't know, anything that has to do with my dad, whether it's or my siblings, cleaning around the house or something.
You can clean up the fastest?
Yeah, anything like that.
Have you ever been in an eating contest?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I think your dad would win that.
Yeah, he would win that one.
What would you enter in an eating contest?
What would I eat?
Yeah, what would you eat? What kind of eating contest would you compete in? That you think you can win?
This is so weird. I really like cucumbers. So if
you
put a huge thing of cucumbers in front of me, I could probably house them all.
Just plain cucumbers, or do you have I think some
Italian
people put
dressing on it, or ranch, doesn't matter.
Ranch goes with everything.
Yeah,
I like it. All right, let's get over to we're gonna go Abby in the middle, right? Okay, Abby. As a sophomore, talk to me about what you've learned over the first 2 years of your running career in Boardman.
Well, this is actually my first year.
Oh,
so
well, 1 year.
I ran in middle school, and another mile, I was kind of I don't want to do it. It was more of a push, and I feel like the work ethic just gets harder. So I took freshman year off, and I had psych get on my back during track season, saying, "Come on, you're not doing anything in the fall. Let's get running again." And so I don't enjoy distance that much, but I love my team and I do everything I do at practice for my team.
So other than SIPE, who pulled you back? Because it's tough you look at that distance and you go, yeah, it kind of feels good to not have to run on a Saturday or whatever it is. Who pulled you back in?
Definitely Mackenzie. She is my sprinter partner during track. We both run the 2 and the 4. And she really got on my back, and she's like, you know what, you're going to run with me. And I was like, okay. So
what are the obstacles for you? To be able to you're probably in shape from track naturally, but it's a different set of muscles. It's a different mindset to run long distances. What were some of the obstacles for you that you had to kind of overcome?
I don't really know, honestly. I'm a swimmer, so I enjoy doing the cross training, but I believe I have the endurance to do it. Definitely probably just running farther than repeat 200s. Instead, it's repeat miles. So I definitely think I have to dig deeper and tell myself that I can do it rather than thinking about all the negative things that could go wrong.
Are there similar mindsets to swimming and cross country?
Definitely, I think with running and swimming, I think it's the same because the competition, and not only is it a team sport, but you are individually doing it for yourself.
Got it.
So you have to think for yourself in some way, but also think, how am I benefiting my team?
So when you look at your teammates on, I don't want to say the podium because that's a track thing, but you look at your teammates and they're winning these and they're 7th on the all-time list. I mean, how does that make you feel as a teammate, when your teammates are succeeding and you just get to sit there and be competitive ultimately, but you have to be incredibly proud of them?
Yeah, I definitely am. Running at conference this past Saturday, I was on my last probably about 400 of the race, and Sipe said to me, he was like, come on, do this for the seniors, do this for your team. And that stuck with me because I run for my team, and just seeing them is such a huge, huge accomplishment, especially because I was a part of the team during that time.
Is there a pregame meal or anything that you have? Or, I mean, I know I can't run or I can't eat before I run because it won't go well. But for you, is there something that you eat or a superstition that you have before each race?
I always eat a banana.
Okay.
I have to eat a banana. And, I mean, no, not really. Just warm up properly.
Is the postgame meal like a buffet? Like, is that what you guys do?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. So, like what's your favorite meal, like, after a race?
Ooh. Well, right after, I don't really like to eat because I feel like I'm going to throw up.
That's fair. Well, trust me, I saw everybody like passing out, and I was mortified.
Yeah.
Sitting there like, what is happening?
Yeah.
These children are dying.
I don't really know. I really like chicken and rice.
Okay.
I eat a lot of chicken and
That's
rice.
a go-to.
So, yeah.
What's the number one spot in Boardman to eat? I know it's all about food. Shocker. It's 6:00 local time. What's the go-to? Like, I know Swenson's is open now, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's the go-to for you?
BJ's probably. BJ's or B-Dubs.
I was gonna say, if I hear Chick-fil-A one more time, I'm gonna go nuts.
No.
B-Dubs or BJ's? Okay,
Yeah.
I like it. So BJ's, I mean, they have some great options for healthy food. What's the go-to for you?
I get Mediterranean chicken pita tacos.
I get those too. I'm not even lying. That's what I go to. Believe it or not. No, I can appreciate it. Who are your role models?
Definitely Lauren. I look up to all my seniors though. Jenna, who you'll be talking with shortly,
Mhm.
she really pushed through the season despite her injuries. She was at practice as much as she could, and she did as much as she could just to even keep our team together and show that even if somebody's down and hurting, that you're not alone.
Thank you very much. Kara, your turn. What did this season specifically mean to you?
The season was a lot because last year I was injured from soccer, and I was really nervous how I was going to come back and run. The beginning of the season was really tough, and my mental stability was like not there. But by the end of the season, I was running well, and I was positive, so that's good. So
how did you kind of learn to kind of fight through that? I mean, there's a lot of negativity that can creep up after an injury. How did you learn to kind of blast through it?
I would say my coaches were always there for me. They would always text me and like wonder if I was okay and stuff like that. So that's what I would say.
Soccer and cross country, you just love running, don't you?
Oh no, I quit soccer. Never going back.
So what are some of the differences between being on a soccer pitch and being in the woods and, whatever terrain that you're running through in that particular race?
They're both team sports, but I would say cross country is a team sport, but you're still by yourself. You can't always run with the best best runners.
Sure.
And I would say it's a lot more positive on the cross country team because you can't really mess up unless you run bad, so you can't really blame other people. So.
What is the craziest cross country course that you've ever run?
McDonald.
Why is that?
Because of Billy Goat Hill. That thing, no, you can't run. You can't tell me to run 3 miles and then run up a hill afterwards. No.
That's the last thing to do is run up a hill?
Yes. And it's dangerous because sometimes there's people with cowbells and you get hit with them.
By a cowbell?
Yeah. Because they ring it to make noise and like cheer and stuff. And one time I did get hit by one and I had a bruise for a week.
Did you yell at him? Say, you just hit me with a cowbell, lady?
I was not yelling. I could barely breathe.
Oh, that's true too. I'd be walking up that hill, ringing the cowbell behind everybody else. Let's go. All right. So we talked about one of the toughest. What are one of the easier courses that you've run? Not that anyone's easy.
Definitely not Boardman's course. I would say Columbiana's.
Okay.
It's really flat, and I'm used to it because we ran there a lot in middle school. So it's just a course that we all know and love.
Is this something that you want to do? Like, I feel like cross-country runners should be marathon runners as well, and they probably clean sweep the trophies and the medals right off.
See, it's hard for me to wake up on Sunday and do 6 miles, so anything more than that, I think that's my cap.
So, like, if I had you, I don't know, maybe run a 5K for me in the turkey trot or whatever, and I put the money, all the money on you to win it, you gonna do it? Are you like you're like the ringer?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, I need a ringer. I need a ringer for the turkey
Out for
trot.
fun, grab the medals, and then go home and eat and sleep.
You got it.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Who are your role models?
My role models? Oh God. I would say my sister.
Okay. Older, younger?
My sister's older.
Okay.
She's 6 years older than me.
Okay.
She was, since we're so far apart, she not raised me, but she'd always tell me things, and she pushes me. She's
Sure.
always at the end of a race yelling at me to go faster and stuff.
So what's her first off? Shout her out. What's her name?
Riley.
Okay, Riley. And why? What is it about Riley that motivates you, that drives you to be a better person, whatever?
I don't know. She works really hard now, and she's gonna graduate college soon. And just seeing her almost so close to being a full-time adult with a job and
Full-time adult.
and stuff like that. So it's I want to beat her one day, and I don't know.
I love it. All right, from a standpoint of why you love Boardman, what's your number one reason?
Number one reason why I love Boardman, I would say my friends that go there and the teachers.
Okay, so who's your favorite teacher? I don't think I can ask you who's your favorite friend with all these girls around.
That's true. That would just be terrible.
And
I would
Sipe's
not
your
answer.
favorite teacher.
My favorite teacher, well, I would say Sipe, but then,
Wah, wah.
but science isn't my favorite. So I would say math, Mr. Basista. He was my Algebra 1 math teacher, and I really liked him.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. I
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
You're
Thank you.
amazing. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.